Hello everybody, it's Gabriel. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a video on talking about the different Team Persona ships and what I think about them. And let's just get straight into the video. First off, we're going to talk about the ship that I've talked about the most, Bird X Multi. But fortunately this time, I'm not going to be repeating myself the entire time, as I'm getting someone to help with this section of the video specifically, because the other two I'm going to be doing myself. So, since I've already talked about Bird X Multi so many times, I'm just going to hand it over to my friend, Shadow Dragoon. Off to you, buddy.
Hey everyone, Shadow Dragoon here. I'm making a cameo. Yeah, anyways, what I'm going to be making a cameo about is I'm going to be talking about Bird X Multi. Oh man. One of the best ships in Beyblade X. And there are a ton of reasons why this ship is amazing. But I can go for a few examples, like the whole hand-holding thing they do before they face Pendragon in episode 48. Wait, no, it's not 48. It's 47. I think it's 47. Yeah. Then there is the head touch thing and the hand holding together in Family Back Then. Then there is the one of the recent ones, which is Multi laying on Bird asleep. And there's a ton of other examples. Like, also there's another example where Bird was really worried when Multi left, and after she left, he was panicking greatly. Or the time when Blader X was going on a rampage, and the first person he was worrying about was Multi. So you can kind of see why that ship works a lot. Another reason why the ship works a lot is because they're dynamic. Because if you've never watched the anime, like a certain planet I know, Bird got Hellscythe or Scythe Incendio from Multi. And the bay was actually made for Multi's older sister, Shigeru, or Sigrid, depending on which dub you watch. If you say Sigrid, then you're weird for that. But, basically, that whole ship kind of sailed when he started using Scythe Incendio. Honestly, I feel like it was kind of love at first sight. That's in my opinion. But it works so well because Multi's an amazing bay crafter, and Bird is the amazing most test subject, since he's still an amateur blader. And Blader X is a good test subject there. Plus, also, when it comes to Bird X Multi, Multi has shown some romantic interest in Bird in a way, because she touches him more. Okay, wait, that sounds so wrong. No, she has more physical contact with Bird than anyone else. She does not hesitate to hug Bird or anything like that. And the whole hand-holding thing was super adorable. I'm just saying, it's an amazing ship, and it's one of the best ships in Beyblade X. Heck, I wouldn't even be surprised if the ship actually became canon into the story. Because so far, it looks like they could add romance into Beyblade, like they could do it with Pokemon, but I'm just saying, it could happen.
Now let's talk about Ekku Bird. So, Ekku Bird, I feel like, is one of the weirdest ships of the fandom. Not to say that it's bad by any means, I just don't really see it working out too much. I mean, with Bird, you could see how kind of uncomfortable he is when it comes to Ekku, coming on to him, like hugging him and stuff. I feel like this is just more one-sided, if anything. There's no reciprocation of the hugs that Ekku usually gives out. Anytime in the anime you see Ekku hugging Bird, he seems kind of standoffish, which is why I don't really see a connection or a reason to do Ekku Bird, because with every moment we see of them, sure they bond, sure they have some sort of friendship to them, and they're like brothers. They're just like brothers. That's all I see of them. They're nothing more than just like brothers from other mothers. That's just how I see it, and that's mainly what the anime perceives it as. Like, we're not gonna hate people who say that Ekku Bird is a good ship. I'm not here to say that, because that would be disingenuous to what my actual claim is. I'm just saying that with Ekku Bird, there's a lot less strong moments you can point to when it comes to Ekku Bird being a thing, rather than standard Bird X Multi, looking at every standard episode. Like, 2 specific moments you could look at. Like, Bird and Multi putting their foreheads together, being episode 44, and then we could look at a season 2 moment where Multi was sleeping on Bird. So you can't really find moments like that with Ekku Bird, or at least ones that I can find concrete agreement with. So let's move on to Ekku Multi. Ekku Ulti, or Ekku X Multi, is another one that I don't feel strongly about, because, again, like Ekku Bird, like Ekku Bird, there's not really strong evidence to suggest such happening, because in the anime, it's like Multi kinda hates Ekzu because of how, Ekzu's just like a dimwit. As I said multiple times before, I said before. But honestly, in the manga it could be centered around Ekku Ulti. But in the anime, I'm strictly basing this off of the anime. I don't really see it happening, and it's at the very bottom of the list when it comes to the Persona ships, because Team Persona, the only strong ship we have is Bird X Multi, because of, all the moments that were listed in all of my previous Bird X Multi videos of the most popular series that I have on my channel, so get rid of the default that. But anyways, that's all I have, guys, today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye, folks.